Hi, Claire. How are you?
Great, how are you doing?
I am pretty good. So I want to get right to it and just start off with you telling us about yourself.
Wonderful, sure. Well, I am a business mentor, so I support women, especially service-based women providers. So maybe they're coaches or consultants or solopreneurs, and they're just trying to figure out how to, package their offerings and how to price it, how to market and find new clients, and how to do it all within a part-time schedule. So I am the business mentor for women entrepreneurs.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about how you got started with your business, what made you make this type of business, and why you love what you do.
Sure. Well, I've been doing training and coaching for as long as I can remember. That's what I was doing in the corporate world for, 16 plus years. And then I went and actually got my master's in that at North Carolina State University in adult education. So I loved it, but I had that entrepreneurial bug, being like, oh, there's something more. So I first dipped my toe into the entrepreneurial ocean, if you will, about 10 years ago, and with a Mary Kay business. And I was a Mary Kay sales director, so I had a whole unit of women that I encouraged and trained, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a great business, but the business model wasn't quite for me. What I realized was that what I loved was the training, right? I loved having my weekly training meeting and all the women there, but that wasn't a money-earning activity for me.
Right.
I got paid to hold skincare classes, to build a team, and I would do that, and I did it, whatever it would take to become a sales director, right, and to earn a car, but I had a heart-to-heart with myself one day when I had actually gone through a cancer experience, and I had very super advanced breast cancer when my son was just born, and a year and a half into treatment, so I had the whole 9 yards, mastectomy and tons of chemotherapy and radiation, and there was a moment when they actually thought the cancer had come back, when I wasn't even quite done with treatment. So I was waiting there in the hospital for a good hour while they were waiting for a doctor to review my scans. And in that hour, God had really did a number on my heart and really helped guide me to where I should be. And what I was thinking in that moment was, oh my gosh, thinking very morbidly, which is not like me, but I was like, oh my gosh, if this is like my last year or two to live, how do I want to spend that? Do I want to continue growing this business? And what is it I love about the business? And I realized, no, I don't. I don't want to put my wig on and go to appointments and show, how to put on mascara when I don't even have eyelashes. I said, no, this is not what I want to do. What is it that I love about it? Well, I love the training and the encouraging and motivating. So why not make a business out of that and help women all across the United States, regardless of what business they're in? So at that moment, when I was waiting there in the hospital, that seed of that dream was planted deep in my heart by God. And I didn't know how the heck, I was going to do it, or what my company was going to be like, or what I was going to sell, or what my curriculum was going to be. It was just a seed of desire that I just watered bit by bit by bit. So that's how actually this business came about, and I absolutely love it. I still feel like this is my calling from God, and I love what I do.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. So tell me something like a common struggle that you see with women in business, and maybe give a solution or two for that problem.
Absolutely. The biggest thing that I see, whether this is someone who's brand new in business, and unfortunately I see it too frequently when women have been growing a business, they've been struggling, they've been putting things together in their business, 2 to 5 years they've been working their business, or even longer, but things just haven't come completely together. The biggest challenge I see is they simply do not have a sales and marketing funnel up and running. They don't have a sales and marketing funnel. Sometimes they don't know what that even means, or what the key parts of that sales and marketing funnel is. But bottom line is, if we don't have a sales and marketing funnel up and running, our business bank account is simply going to struggle, right? And many times, again, we don't have key parts of it up and running, or maybe we have holes in our sales and marketing funnel and our leads are falling through, or it's clogged somewhere. So my suggestion for women is, as quickly as possible, like starting today, get together your sales and marketing funnel. Just get something up and running. And when I say that, there are 3 main parts to your sales and marketing funnel. You can actually think of it as a funnel, like as a cone. And at the very top part of our funnel, we want to be meeting tons of ideal clients. Hungry ideal clients who are looking for what we have to offer. And for myself and my clients, I want them to be meeting hundreds of new hungry ideal clients each and every month. And the reality for some businesswomen is they're just simply not meeting enough potential clients. And what that means, how to get the top part of your funnel up and running is to simply know, well, who the heck are you marketing to, right? So when I was with Mary Kay, it's ineffective to feel like, well, I'm marketing to anyone with skin, right? Anyone with skin can use my products. Yeah, anyone with skin can use your products, but who are you marketing to? So I encourage my clients to create what I call an ideal client character. You've got a person in mind, whether it's real or fictional, that is going to be a joy to work with. They're looking for your solution. They're hungry for your solution. They're willing to pay or do the work for your solution. And my ideal client character, her name is Ready to Ramp It Up Rhonda. And she's a health coach, and she's got 2 young children, and she lives in a different state than me. So when I'm thinking about how to find hundreds of new Ready to Ramp It Up Rhondas, I am real specific about, well, where is she? Where is she hanging out online and offline? Where would she be open to hearing my message? And once you know your ideal client character, then I encourage my clients, just pick 3 strategies. Don't worry about doing 20, 30, 60 things. Just 3 strategies. Get those up and running. So maybe it's a Facebook page, and maybe it's a blog, and maybe it's a YouTube video channel, whatever that may be. What are your 3 strategies? And get them up and running. So that's the first part of your sales and marketing funnel, is to know who you're marketing to and have a marketing plan. Have a plan and work the plan. Now, some folks who are listening may be like, Claire, that's not my issue. I'm meeting hundreds of new hungry ideal clients. Well, then maybe it's the second part of your funnel, which is, well, now you've invited them to your space, right? They now know who you are. You've met them somehow, virtually, online, face-to-face. Now, are you dating them? Like, are you building that relationship? Are you keeping in touch? And this is a place where so many folks don't have a consistent keep in touch strategy. And for all of our businesses, depending on our style or our ideal client character or what it is that we're selling, our dating relationship might be different, but we want to have a dating relationship, right? So my main dating relationship is your typical online business strategy, where every Thursday, folks who have attracted, maybe they've signed up for a webinar, or they've signed up for a free ebook on my website, or somehow they got on my list. Now I start dating them, and every Thursday I come into their email inbox and I add them value. It's not, hey, buy from me, hey, buy from me, hey, I've got this sale going on. I'm giving them tips and encouragement and solutions to help grow their business. So that's the second part of your sales and marketing funnel. If you don't have something up and running, start. It's more about consistency. It doesn't need to be this, if it's an email newsletter, it doesn't need to be beautiful with all the bells and whistles. It could be a simple text message, a text email. If you're a health coach, it could be a simple recipe, right? So don't get overwhelmed by thinking it needs to be perfect. And what we're doing is we think it needs to be perfect, so we just don't do it. And we don't have that core part of our sales and marketing funnel up and running, right? So all the people that we're meeting are coming in the top of our funnel and they're escaping. They're going through a hole, right? We're not converting. And the last part of your sales and marketing funnel, again, folks may be like, Claire, that's not my issue. I'm meeting tons of ideal clients, right? I've got the top part of my funnel. I'm dating them. I'm keeping in touch. But no one is going to the third part of my funnel. No one is buying. And if they're not buying, there's a couple of things there. It may be that what you're selling or how you're describing it is not in a way where your ideal clients are hungry, right? They may just be like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting. But maybe it's not something they're hungry for, or it's the way that you're describing it. Or maybe you simply haven't thought through what your sales conversion should be. And for each of us, it might be different. It might be a simple sales page, right? Something on your website that sort of does the selling for you. And then I would ask, well, are you wording it in a way where it is doing the selling for you? Or should your conversion mechanism be like an actual conversation, a sales conversation where you actually talk on the phone? But is there a sense of urgency? And so, yeah, if the last part of your sales and marketing funnel is not up and running, most likely either what you're offering or how you're describing it is not something they're hungry for, or you simply haven't even thought through, how am I most effectively going to convert all these leads, all these people I've been dating? What's the most appropriate sales conversion? And get really good at that. So if it's a sales page, make sure it's a killer sales page. If it's a sales conversation, make sure you're so comfortable with that, where it's just so natural and authentic for you to have a conversation with another human being, and where it's just a natural progression for them to become a client. So that is the biggest thing that I see. And again, it's not just for our newbies, it's for people who've been in business for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. They're still struggling with not having consistent leads and new clients. So I would say take a look at your sales and marketing funnel. Just get each 3-part pieces up and running and just be consistent.
You just shared like so many golden nuggets in a very short amount of time. So anybody that's watching, play it again, take out a pen and paper and write some things down that really struck you, because that is so key. So I'd like you to tell me about any of your upcoming events. I do believe you have a webinar coming up, right?
I do, and I tend to hold a couple of webinars a month. So I have a webinar actually right now coming up next week, and it's on how to create the best of both worlds with your business. For me, I want a business that is family focused, right, where I work very part-time hours just when my son's at school, that is super streamlined. So I'm all about getting my clients the best results possible, while me using my time very wisely. So if I'm working part-time hours, I want to be super streamlined with my business. And then lastly, for it to be super profitable, right? Most women are not just wanting $2,000, $3,000 a month, which is great. If that's what you want, that's wonderful. Many people I'm finding are wanting, $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. So how do you actually create that type of business model? But they can check out my website, actually, ClareLuffman.com. It's C-L-A-R-E, Luffman, Luffman.com. And it always has my upcoming webinar. So regardless of what time they may be listening to this or what day they're listening to this, they'll be able to check that out. Another thing I'd love to throw out is, I know that sometimes as a business owner, we've got people in our network, or maybe you're in direct sales and you've got an upline, but sometimes you still may feel like you're on your own, right? And you feel like you're just struggling, and I don't want the folks to struggle in silence. I always invite people to actually apply to have a conversation with me, to hop on the phone, and they would just go to talkwithclare.com. That's TALK, talkwithclare.com, and they can just go ahead and an opportunity for us to chat on the phone.
All right. Well, I appreciate you so much for taking the time to share so many good things with us.
Absolutely.
And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much, Claire.
Thank you. Have a good one, okay?
All right. Alrighty.